My name is David, and this is U.S.A Paracord Design. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make the warped perception paracord bracelet. Alright, let's get into it. First, what you need to know, you'll need about 7.5 to 8 feet of two colors of paracord. I'm using yellow and blue, and a 5/8 inch buckle. The weaving setup will start like this. First, what you want to do is start from your bottom buckle down here, and you want to run your cord through. I'm going with the over-under weave, basically running the cord down through and then looping over. Alright, let me go ahead and get started. You want to take your cord, you want to take one down through the buckle, and you want to make sure that your cords are even when you do this. And then you want to get your cords even, and you want to pinch off right here. You want to take your cord that's on top and bring it up through the other buckle. I recommend using a jig for this because this weave is kind of fussy, and I do recommend it. You want to take your bottom cord and come over and right back through. You want to knot that end off like so, and you want to close it up. You want to make sure you get it all nice and tight. That'll start this side off right here. Just be careful when you're doing this that you don't snap your buckles. I tend to do that a lot. You want to then take your bottom cord up through the top as well. I'm going left and right with both cords. Let me do this end first. Let me get this in here now. You want to take your yellow cord through, just like I did with the blue, and you want to even them up. You want to make sure before you put your knots on top that you get all 4 cords through. This does alternate from left to right on the patterns, so they won't be the same color like I did show on my post on Instagram. You can also follow me there. Alright, now that that's started, let me go ahead and knot the top here. Basically what you want to do, you want both cords of the yellow and the blue to come out the sides. So how I do that, when I do the inside cord, I come up between cords 2 and 3 and right back down. I do the inside cords first. That way the outside cords over here number 4 and over here number 1. Those will sit above, and that will be your starting cord for the weaving process. I'm going to do this entire tutorial from start to finish, including with the closing strands. I apologize if you hear notifications. I completely forgot to turn those off. I apologize in advance. I should know that by now. I do this completely unedited and uncut. So forgive me if this is a forever long video. First, what you want to do, you want to take your lower cords first. You want to wrap them over and then wrap them over again. Then, starting from the right, as I usually do, you want to take your cords over completely to the right side and to the left side and come up underneath in between cords 2 and 3 and right back down between cords 3 and 4. You want to take that cord, get it out of the way for now, and you want to create like a teardrop. You'll do the same thing for the opposite side, coming up between cords 2 and 3 and down through between cords 1 and 2. That'll be the first step in the process. Next, what you want to do, you want to take your upper cords and you want to take those and you want to come up through the circle that was created, through the teardrop, from the right with the blue cord, and completely come all the way over to the left side. The next step will be after that. After that, what you want to do is you want to leave that off for now, and you want to do the other side. You want to come up between, like I started with the blue, you want to come up between cords 3 and 4 from underneath the teardrop. You want to do the same thing for the yellow. You want to come up between the teardrop, but make sure that your upper cords stay above the starting strands. You want to bring those up. You want to bring the yellow up through between cords 1 and 2 from underneath. And next step, what you'll do, I'm going to start from the right here with the yellow cord. You want to come up between cords 3 and 4. You want to pull out all the slack. And then you want to loop over the yellow cord that you just brought through and the blue cord. You want to come over those and you want to come underneath the blue and the yellow, and then you'll close that one side off. That'll be the first step from the right. Now I'm going to do the left with the blue cord. You want to repeat the process. You want to come up from underneath with the blue cord between cords 1 and 2 and do the same step on this side. You want to come underneath the yellow and the blue from the left, and you want to close that off. Now go ahead and tighten that all up. Basically, you want to take your looped over cords and you want to pull all the slack out of those first, making sure that the where the cords loop over, you want to make sure that stays exactly in the center. If it moves to the left or right, readjust it and then you can finish up the process from there. Next, you want to take the secondary cords, the ones that started out at the top, and you want to take those. You want to hold tight on the loops that are created. You want to bring that up, and you want to cinch that up so that it looks like this, making sure everything is all nice and tight. And then we move on to the next step. Which way was it? And that's how you create that pattern. Let me zoom in a tiny bit so that you can get a better look at it. You want it to look like this. And now you start with the cords that you finished off with, and you want to loop those over and do the same process all over again. If I believe, I'm pretty sure. Is it that way, or is it these? Yeah, the cords that you finished off with, you want to take those and you want to loop them like that as well. And you'll keep that process going. Alright, let's continue on. This will change the colors according to which side they end up on. It will change from yellow, blue, blue, yellow to yellow, yellow, blue, blue, and then it'll flip it in reverse, like shown in my Instagram post. Next, like I said, you want to loop the cords over each other and then loop again, and then repeat the same process I did as before. I apologize if I'm out of focus on this one. There we go, that looks about right. This will change constantly throughout the pattern. You always want to make sure that the cords that come out from the originating will come underneath and up and out, I believe. You want to make sure the cords are on top. I apologize. The ones that you just brought down, like these ones here, you want those under the cords that started off at the beginning. Same thing. Yep, I was right. Yellow, blue on the left, blue, yellow on the right, and then yellow, yellow on the right, blue, blue on the left. Alright. And then it will alternate from there again. Alright, close up the patterns. As you can see here, the yellow did pull towards the right more. So you want to make sure, like I said before, to pull out all your slack. I think that's right. Alright, let's continue on. And again, loop over again, creating that pretzel twist, and then coming from the right up through the center, and down and out to the right, and down, up, then down and out to the left. Is this over? Trying to recall, I believe over. Yeah, that's right. And basically, like I said, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, blue. I believe in this pattern there should be, I think, if you count, it should be 8 of these in total. If not, I believe it's 9 or 10. Okay, let me pull the slack out on these. Bring those up. Bring out this and tighten up. You want to make sure always to keep your core strands flat. This will twist them a little bit, but that's alright. That's to be expected, as this is a very loose pattern weave. Alright, and one more time. You got so far 1, 2, and 3. Let's continue on. I'm using about 10 feet of cord. I always like to have plenty of slack. That way, if you want to make like a little charm with this or anything, say for instance like a key fob, I always like to have matching colors for a key fob along with the I like to have a key fob to go with these. That way when customer buys, I mean, they got something extra out of it, which is what I like to do. Also, please leave me suggestions for what I should do next in the paracord community, and I'll see what I can do. If there's a pattern out there you'd like to see me do, go through my feed over on Instagram at cord_550_Dave. I always like to hear feedback, and I appreciate it a lot. Please be more vocal. I want to hear what you guys want to see next. I enjoy doing this and like to see people be active in what I do. It always helps me to push to come up with better designs. So far we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I believe it should be about 9 passes, and then we should 4 more, and then we should be done. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up a little bit. I'm working on getting some editing software so that I can do these in high speed. Basically, once I've shown the pattern like 1 or 2 times, then could speed it up to make it go quicker. It kind of looks like it goes like across past pathway. I apologize if I sound a little under the weather. I believe this should be the final one, and then the closing. Let's go ahead and close those ones up. Alright, I think I should be able to actually fit one more in there, and then I'll close this. Yeah, I think this one should be the final one. Alright, and this is how we will close this off. I'll zoom into this part so that you see how it's done. What you want to do, you want to take your left and your right cords that are up front here, and you want to bring them right down through the center point. This will start off the closing, and you want to keep a nice big loop open like here, and here, and you want to loop your respective cords. You can try and squeeze them in between the starting cords like this, and you want to bring those. You want to make sure that they're like this. Then you want to come up in between cords 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to close off the first section by taking the cords down, back up, like I said, in between cord 3 and 4, and you want to come out the left with the yellow cord. Then you want to do the same thing for the blue cord. Pull all your slack out, make sure it's all nice and tight, and you want to bring those down like that. So that's like that. Then you want to try and get those as tight as possible, and then you want to take those out of the way, and you want to take these cords here, and you want to bring those up through the same places where those two loop through. I apologize. Let me start that over again. Made a little mistake. You actually want to keep those open a little bit so that you can loop the last two through. That's my mistake. I apologize. Those ones are gonna, like the ones down here, these ones here that I'm moving, those will come up between 3 and 4 and pass through the loops like the others. And do the same for the yellow from the opposite side. Now to close those back up again, just tighten them up, pull the slack out, and then at that you want to cut and cinch. And that's it. Let me go ahead and take care of those, and then I'll end the video there. You want to make sure you have a good amount, that way you don't cut it too short. Once you finish, you want to make sure you mushroom head those off so that they don't pass through. Like I said, I do have quite a bit of slack, That way I can make like little key fobs for afterwards. And always have good sharp scissors. Alright, now I'm going to burn these ends off and then we're going to call it there. Always make sure you have enough fuel as well. Otherwise you'll end up running out. You want to flatten those off. I usually try to fuse them together, that way it has a better hold. And this is what the bottom side looks like. It might look a little bit loose, but that is all right. And that is how the bottom looks. Very interesting. And there you have it. That is the Warped Perception Paracord bracelet. And as always, thank you, and have a nice day.